Hey guys, Jarrett Lajani here with Main Street Mogul. Got a lot of interviews coming up. I already got some done with some pest control guys. I'm going to be launching probably about the end of this month. But I just had to come on here and talk about a conference I just got back from yesterday in Tampa. I went to a conference called Energy, which was put on by Pest Daily. Pest Daily is a training platform for the pest control industry. It's cutting edge. A good friend of mine that's named Seth Garber does it, and he does consulting. He owns the Pest Daily app, and he also put on this conference and does public speaking. So the name of his conference was Energy, and at Energy, they had about 156 people from the pest control industry. From every level. I think they had companies all the way from people just getting started all the way up to doing 170 million in revenue and everybody in between. And he had some amazing speakers. He had the CEO of Truly Nolan, of Sela. He had the CEO of Certus, all these companies, doing like 100 million in revenue, just the industry giants, the giants of our industry, and a bunch of other guys in the audience that were easily doing, some of them $20-30 million in revenue. So just being in that room with those guys for 2 days was inspirational, had all kind of ideals, it motivated. You should always be working on yourself, guys. Don't be scared to spend money on you. Your business will never go further than you will. So what I mean by that is we always are working on our business, but our business will cap the moment we stop working on ourselves. And that's mentally, spiritually, emotionally, in every way. We have to grow ourselves. And a lot of these people at the conference talked about that. You have to continually be able to grow and stretch yourself as your business grows. Because as your business grows, it will change, and what's asked of you will change. And if you're not willing to change yourself, a lot of times you'll cap yourself right there in your business. But the overwhelming message of this conference, everybody kind of said the same thing, just in a different way. The first thing everybody said was, know your data, watch your KPIs, make your decisions based off of data and not emotion. A lot of times we make our business decisions based on emotion and not fact. So know your data. If you don't know your data, you're not tracking your KPIs, what's important to you. If you don't know your numbers, you have to learn that stuff. You have to know where you're going and have some accountability and tracking to know it. And then you should be making your decisions off of that data. So that's the first thing. The other thing everybody said is, love your people, man. Your people are your company. Have integrity and always do the right thing. They talked a lot about that. They talked a lot about building their people and just, loving them, mentoring them, paying well for the best people, but also not keeping the wrong people too long, which I think is a challenge that a lot of us run into, man. We'll have an employee that we just love and we like, but we know that they're mediocre or not the right fit, and we'll keep them too long. So they talked a lot about investing and loving people and getting your people trained, but also not holding on to the wrong people too long, which can be a major factor for a lot of us. And then they also talked a lot about having energy and intention, right? The name of the conference was Energy. So I was listening to Myron Golden this morning, and he just ironically was talking about energy and intention, which was the main thing a lot of these industry giants at this conference talked about. So energy can never be created or destroyed. Energy can only ever be transferred. And the more energy that we transfer or put on a thing, the more that thing will grow and the more it will do. So it talks a lot about intention and focus. As a matter of fact, one of the guys at the conference that was just killing it, his mindset from day one was that he was going to be $100 million company, and he was always planning 5 years out and 5 years at a time. So he wasn't just in a mindset every day of what I'm going to do today or this week, but he was making decisions based on his data with the mindset of where he was going to be in 5 years or 6 years, and he made a lot of decisions intentionally on doing that. As a matter of fact, he said for the first 7 years, from year 1 through 7, he made no profit, and he was able to have that discipline and that mindset because he was always having a big vision of the 5 or 7 year plan where he was going. So even from day one, he intended to be $100 million company and was making his decisions from day one with that vision in mind, right? So yeah, just have intent, have energy, because wherever you put your energy and intent is where you're going to see growth, right? Energy begets energy, activity begets activity. You have to be doing something. So treat your people right, be laser focused, put hyper energy and focused intent into the thing that moves the needle the most for you. Don't be distracted by every other little thing. Laser focus in on that thing that's moving the needle for you, right? A lot of people talk about having a side hustle or having multiple income streams, and nothing's wrong with all that. I love all that. But until you have a very powerful income stream on one thing, don't be focusing on side hustles and making multiple incomes. Get really good at one thing, hyper focus on that thing, put a lot of massive energy into it until you are just killing the game in that thing so much that you're literally bored of it and are just dominating whatever that thing is. Then you could start looking at doing other things to diversify or doing other things that are even passion projects. But until you have that one thing locked down with great focus, energy, and intent, don't get distracted by every shiny thing, guys. And I'm preaching to myself here because I can be that guy. But I'm really learning to try to be focused, hone in on a thing, give it all my energy and intent. So yeah, guys, just thank you, Seth Garber. One other thing they talked about too at the conference is helping people, right? Being kind. I always talk about Zig Ziglar. If you know me at all, one of my mantras is the best way to get what you want out of life is to help enough other people get what they want out of life. And every one of these industry giants kind of talked about that in one way, shape, or form, whether it was building into their employees, doing philanthropy. They all had high integrity. They all loved people and believed in people. But they also talked a lot about holding people accountable. They said they want to help their people, but the minute that they're putting 50% and the person that they're trying to mentor or build up in their career is only putting 49%, they're out. They don't do it anymore. You never want to care about somebody's career or life more than they do. But if they're with you and their attitude is good and they're wanting to grow, man, 100% help those people. But you can never help somebody more than they're willing to help themselves, right? So guys, be blessed out there. I love you. Main Street Mogul. Like and subscribe if you found any value in this at all. And please stay tuned. I have a great interview coming up soon with Matt Eichmann from Abracadabra out of Minnesota. He does a homegrown hustle podcast. Go check it out. I also have another one with Josh McLeod, whose family used to own McLeod Services. They were a $25 million, mostly commercial pest control company in Chicago at one time. Just got a lot of great content coming, guys. So just stay tuned. Appreciate any support you can give me. Love you guys. Y'all have a blessed day.